I'm Carol. This is a Sacramento Brief editorial. Listener warning. This editorial contains discussion of suicide and other topics that could be considered triggering. A little over a week ago, an explosion in South Oak Park leveled a home on 39th Street, killing 62-year-old Karl Lysinger. The Sacramento County Coroner's Office has confirmed his identity. That morning, I was in my studio about a mile away when I heard the explosion. The sound carried, sudden, sharp, and out of place. At that moment, none of us knew what had happened or if anyone was hurt. It was only later that we found out the full weight of the tragedy as it came to light. Neighbors say that there had been an ongoing dispute tied to the property. Years of tension with government agencies, a lien sale, and an eviction scheduled for that very morning. And yet, many in the neighborhood also remember the conversations they had with Karl, attempts over time to reach out and talk to him. Sadly, those conversations weren't enough to change the outcome. As a certified mental health first aid responder, I see this not only as a story of a destroyed home, but a life unraveling. One that might have been saved if intervention had come sooner. Mental health struggles often don't shout. They whisper. They show up in frustration, in isolation, in conflict. And too often, we notice only after tragedy. But here's the part we can't afford to ignore. There are tools and lifelines. If you or someone you know is at the breaking point, dial 988, the Suicide and Crisis Lifeline. Trained counselors are available 24/7 to listen, to guide, and to help. You don't have to face despair alone. And you don't need to let someone else face it alone either. This isn't just about one man or one street in Oak Park. It's about how we show up for our neighbors, our friends, even strangers. Sometimes it's a simple check-in. Sometimes it's sitting down to really listen. And sometimes it's knowing when to pick up the phone and call for help. Karl's story is painful. His home is gone, and with it, a life that might have taken a different path. But his story does not have to end here. Not if we let it remind us to notice the signs, to care enough to ask the hard questions, to reach for help when it's needed most. Let's honor Karl's memory by making sure that no one else in our community reaches that same breaking point in silence.